Okay, we are headed off from Jersey on our way to France, and I think we'll stop on the Minkies. It's like a reef that's very tidal if we can make it. And these are our neighbors here. They had me over for dinner. Lovely people. Working our way out of the marina here. And we're gonna go by the cool ship up here. So we're gonna sail by the Gothenburg ship. Pretty exciting. That was really cool to get a go on that. Over the sill. Oh, look, the lifeboat's starting up. How cool. We gotta go on that. I guess it's a job, painting buoys. Makes sense. Here's the port control. Clear left, clear right. There's the castle here. You can walk there in the low tide or ride a boat car there in the high tide. Sails are up and we are on our way. Let's kill the motor. I think we need it now. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave it running. I'm gonna run it for a bit because I'm gonna charge up the batteries. So it looks about 10 miles to the Minkies maybe, and we'll sail probably just through there and then to the next reef and anchor there overnight and then sail the rest of the way to Mont Saint-Michel or possibly Saint Malo in the morning, or maybe we'll sail straight through the night. I'm gonna have to start studying the tides real quick. Just want to get away from land and all these rocks. Requires a little bit of navigation here. Here's another kind of set of rocks out here. They might be underwater now. I really need to scrub that green stuff off the inside of my perspex there. I'm gonna paint it black eventually, so it won't happen again. So I had the reef left in the sail from my last trip, so I need to go and untie that and raise the mainsail the rest of the way. At this point, I still haven't put my jack lines in, but they are currently on the boat, so in the future I can strap in this kind of stuff. Although I'm pretty close to shore right now. We've got a new gadget to try. This is from Hull Shield. The guy sent it over to me for free. Thank you, Hull Shield. I'm honestly a little skeptical, about the product, but they seem super confident in it, and then they said I could say whatever I want, just my honest opinion. So we will see how it works. What this is a, what do they call it? They call it an ultrasonic anti-fouling device. So I think it's basically like a sonic care toothbrush, just stuck up to the inside of your hull, and it will, the idea is it keeps marine life from growing onto the bottom of your boat. And if you had a boat in certain areas, you know how bad it can get covered with barnacles and slime and everything. I'm told it won't, if your boat is already covered in growth, it won't clean it off, but it just keeps new stuff from growing on it, which my boat is actually super clean on the bottom, and that is kind of an accident. I think my boat has stayed so clean is because the last 2 years I've gone from saltwater to freshwater to saltwater. The first year I went through the Caledonian Canal, so that was a couple weeks in there, 10 days or something, so all the saltwater growth died, of course, in the freshwater, and then going back to saltwater, that killed the freshwater stuff, and then I hauled out in Sweden. This past year I think it's still clean because I had it in freshwater again over the winter when I went through the canals, the inland waterways in Amsterdam. So it looks pretty clean. I haven't actually dove underneath there, but I don't see anything on the bottom. So it should be a good start for this product because I don't think we'll be going in a whole lot of freshwater this coming season. And we'll be getting into warmer climates. Warmer stuff typically means more growth in my experience. Like in Southern California during the summer, I'd have to clean the bottom basically every week. I've never cleaned the bottom of this boat except for in that boat wash in Sweden, which I don't think it was super dirty then. But I think it could grow stuff. And then now we're on the third season of with the same bottom paint. It's only got 2 coats. So this, I'm eager to see if this works because I really hate cleaning the bottom. I've got like scuba tanks and stuff, and I've done it holding my breath. I can only go down for a little, like, 20, 30 minutes at a time before I start to get kind of like seasick actually underwater. So this keeps me from diving on the boat. That's going to be a big win. I'm told it uses very little power. I can't quite figure it out. It says a 2 amp maximum current, but I think it must use way less. Okay, I think it's just like going in like a burst every now and then. He told me he was going to send me 2 transducers. Apparently for this size boat it needs 2 transducers, but they only sent me 1. So I guess we'll try it with 1. Maybe we'll get him to send me another one if it was an accident. It does have a switch. Someone told me that these things make a kind of a weird, like a noise that can keep you up at night. It's kind of annoying. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, let's get this thing installed. It looks like it's got, I don't know why it has 3 wires. I thought it would just have red and black, but there's also a yellow wire. We'll just hook up the red and black. Hopefully that'll do it. And it comes with some JB Weld. They said just epoxy it on the inside of your hull. If you've got a cord hull, then I don't think maybe it doesn't work, or you have to put this on the outside of your hull. But mine's just solid fiberglass below. They're pretty expensive. It's like $500 for the single transducer, and a lot of boats might need like up to 4, I think. But if you're saving on divers cleaning the bottom of your boat, I guess it would pay for itself eventually. So we will see. We will see. Okay, so maybe I just stick it in the bilge down here, and I could tee off of the bilge pump wiring even. So just like right there, maybe. It's kind of in the middle of the boat. Seems like a good place. This bilge is disgusting. Let me go pump the water out. Okay, that's looking a little better. So, yeah, what are we gonna do here? We better run it in from the main panel. So let's just go all the way to the bottom here. I clean this little section off. Yeah, it's kind of sticking there. Pretty secure, glued on the side there. Now it looks like at least they give you plenty of wire, so that should. I'll just run that up along the inside of the boat up to the control panel, I think. Maybe around the back there. I just wired up the transducer. You can't really see, but there's a green light on in there. There, you barely see it. So I guess it's doing its thing. I'm trying to hear if I hear anything. Let's open up the bilge and see if it's doing a thing. Oh, I can hear. It's pretty quiet. It just makes that little noise. A chirp noise. But I can't hear it outside the bilge. Someone told me they make annoying noises, but it doesn't seem to bother me so far. Some chicken. Lunch. I switched to cooking in bed because I can make the pot a little bit more level, because otherwise the heat just goes straight to one side when we're heeled over like this. Here we are in the Minkies. Not horribly interesting at high tide. It would be maybe neat to see it at low tide, I suppose, but we'll carry on to the next reef and then we'll hit that one at low tide. Lots of hazards though. Sketchy salmon through here. You can see at low tide, a lot of this would have been land. I'm just gonna stay right in the middle of the channel even though we're at high tide. It's kind of like a house over there. I wonder who would live out on a rock by the ocean. Oh, I got some. So now we've got about about 10 miles to our next set of islands here. And we'll work our way around here, and it looks like there is some, you get in here, there's some moorings. And then we'll dry it, this will all dry out overnight, and it should be pretty cool, I think, to see once the tide goes down. And then from there tomorrow we'll end up sailing. Should be good timing to go up on this tidal plain near the castle, Mont Saint Michel. Now I can take a break from that stressful hand steering through the reef there for a little while, and then it's going to be another set. But I think I'll probably motor into the next one, just so I'll be ready to grab that mooring and not have to try to drop the sails in the reef that I can't see. I'm pretty bummed about my my mast camera. The first one lasted about a year, but the second one only lasted like a week or less maybe, and it would be so nice to have that working again. So we're coming up on, I think this is the Chausey Isles. Looks like some other boats here. Oh, it's like a beach. Is it a beach? Beach and a little house. So just a couple more miles to go. And I believe we have a mooring ball we can go up and grab. And oh, I'm gonna try out my little gadget. I picked this up in Sweden. It's like one of those things where you run the rope and it hooks it and it lets you hook a rope around a mooring and then leads the other one back to you. We'll give it a try. It'll be fun. I think that might be Saint Michel. I think these islands are French, so I'm going with the French flag today. There's a bunch of little cottages here. Got it. That little thing did not work very well. I could have just done that manually better. But I'm really glad to have this hook. That makes my life a lot easier. I think that's the way to go. Big stainless steel metal hook. Worth whatever, 30, 40 bucks I paid for that in Sweden. It's a metal hook onto a floating polypropylene rope. You just hook stuff and then you don't have to worry about the rope catching in your propeller. But I guess I better flow up the dinghy. I guess we'll just kind of buzz around here. Maybe I can use my new battery on it. That'd be kind of fun. Nice easy sail, perfect conditions. Cruising along at like average about maybe 4 knots, maybe 3.5, something like that. Pretty mellow. In this colder weather, I don't really need to be going super fast. Looks like we got 22, 21 feet of water, something like that. Turn the guy off. Thanks for watching. In the next video, I'm going to be sailing up to down to Mont Saint Michel and crewing the boat on the tidal plane. I got some really awesome footage. I'm pretty stoked to share that. So I hope to see y'all then.